Hello, hello, my Desmadres Souls. Welcome to Coming Home to Self, No Bypassing, where we have honest conversations with our inner voice aloud. This is a space for unfiltered reflection, spiritual growth, messy truths, and yes, a little bit of humor along the way. Because we are here for the human experience, not to achieve perfection. I am Asa Luna, and this is our journey home. Before we start with the Desmadre of the week, I want to kindly thank to all my friends that are supporting me and listening to this episode. Um, well, I am beyond happy because all the feedback I got from all you, my Desmadre souls, it's very reassuring that I am in the right path with my intentions for this podcast. I was able to transfer this energy through my voice to you. So that's definitely my goal. Let's talk about trusting my voice because that's the matter of the week. Um, they need some attention. Um, so let me explain why this is important today. I always wanted to start a blog, a podcast, but I just always felt so embarrassed about my voice, which I couldn't quite understand because in person I like to talk. I socialize with people. I can usually make conversations with anybody, but I don't know what it is about recording and playing it aloud. Well, I guess I feel like if I recorded, it had to sound perfect, and my voice sounded nothing like the radio or other podcast. And that's not the worst, but my accent. Um, very insecure about my accent. For the longest time, I was super insecure about having an accent, but slowly I've been working towards accepting, um, and just knowing that this is so part of me and what makes me me. I realized that I could keep living in the shell and never accomplish my podcast idea just because I didn't think I sounded good, or maybe I'm not the best at navigating through technology. Plus, I didn't know anything about audio settings and graphic designs, editing platforms, and all this just sounded super complicated. My mind was just telling me I was just a delusional being. And who do I think I am? Like, that's the question that keeps popping in my head. Like, who do you think you are? I can do this because it's too much, for little Asa. And it was just better to just go back with my regular life and no complications, no new skills, and just feeling comfortable. That sounded that sounded pretty good. It sounded like a better option than putting myself out there and feeling uncomfortable, right? And now this part is a bit tricky, right? Because I just been telling you to listen to your inner voice. But sometimes that inner voice is a fake one. It's not a real you. Okay, so bear with me. I know this is getting a little bit crazy, but just bear with me. Our mind has a voice too, but its purpose is to keep us alive, to help us navigate through this human experience. It aligns more with our ego. If we give it too much power by attention and playing it safe, sure, it is going to keep us safe and saving us all the embarrassment, and we don't get to fail type of thing because we just don't try unless it's safe. But this is not the real inner voice that I'm talking about. I'm inviting you to listen to the voice I want you to listen is the one that dares you to create and reinvent yourself every day. That voice that comes with a feeling of happiness and, yes, a little scary, but it just feels right to try something new, to get out there. And that's the voice when you feel inspired and somehow all the ideas suddenly start flowing. Um, Almost like you enter this whole new access door in your brain and you just feel like this is it. But then, dun dun dun, doubt sneaks in. You start feeling very insecure and fearful, and you feel like all this real life situations, suddenly this other voice starts convincing you that you aren't enough, or that you do not have the time, the resources, and you are just delusional to even think that this crazy idea could be possible. And somehow we start feeling disencouraged. We forget slowly how happy we were just a minute ago. And we go on with our lives because, I mean, in reality, we are just this little human, right? Little Asa can navigate through all this stuff. It's too much. I don't have any experience about this. I don't even know what I'm talking about. So, and what about my accent, right? So, our mind, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful tool to help us. And it can really be a beautiful thing between us and the mind. And, but it can also be very ugly and our worst enemy. That's why we have to learn to make it our friend and be on our side. How do we do this? We do this by doing what we feel like doing, what our soul really wants. Coloring outside the lines, not following the script, doing something not in your plan, doing, something spontaneous and impulsive, going with the flow, doing something so unexpected, something scary, something new, living pretty much. Yes, I'm telling you to live. Living your life, enjoying your life. That's what we're here for, right? The experience. As we get older, we play it safe and safer and safer and safer. And the next thing you know, you lose sight of who you are or what was the reason we are here in the first place. I want to invite you to look at your life. Really look at it. And before you call me loca with a loose screw, okay, yes, I might have a couple or a few screws loose, but just let this word sink in and think about the time you last tried something or did something new, or the last time you did something that set your soul on fire. I know that sounds very cliche, but it's true. Like the last time you felt alive, you were like, oh my God, you lost track of time, where you were, all your things that you had to do in life, all the bills that you had to pay, just you were just living that moment. When you truly listen to your inner voice, the real one, not the mind, and allow it to speak to you and guide you instead of letting your analytical mind to take over, you will realize that life just feels different. You feel happier, aligned, and most importantly, the memories and experiences that you gain from it are really the highlight of your life. So look back in your life and search for memories And you will see that the best ones are not the ones where you are just sitting on a couch safe at home. And don't get me wrong, absolutely having a couch and having home are nice, and if you have that, you are very blessed. But living and experiencing, it's much better. And starting these conversations with you is, and it was scary, but it helped me unlock a new part of Asa that I didn't know existed. If I wouldn't listen to my true inner self, I would have never discovered my voice in this part of me that it was hiding somewhere in the corner. And this is growth and a step closer to my better version of myself. I really hope we can all learn to connect with our true self in this journey together. And thank you for listening to this message from my inner voice aloud. Thank you for being here. If anything I said and shared with you today resonates with you, just know you are not alone, and I hope you follow my next adventure. Stay messy, stay curious, do something that scares you today, and don't forget to listen to your inner voice today. Bye bye.